Okay, welcome back to this training session. Now we're going to be looking at personal development for leaders. Now, every leader needs to do what is called personal growth and development journey. We must undertake that. If you are going to be able to build people and build others, you start by building yourself. Okay, so that is how you operate as a leader. You start by building yourself before you can build others. So you need to undertake what is called your personal development journey or as a leader. So your personal growth is quite simple. It's not something that is so difficult. I'll just give some points here and probably some of the things that you are doing already, and I will just encourage that you do more. Okay, do more and don't relent. Don't stop. Don't stop doing it. Don't stop growing. Okay, you don't get to a point where you think you have reached the final destination. No, it doesn't work that way. You keep learning, you keep growing. So there are some things you can do to grow, or what you are doing you should improve. So now let's look at some points here. Okay. um so a leader's personal growth directly influences their effectiveness. So emotional intelligence, self-awareness, and a commitment to learning are vital. So as a leader, you must build what is called emotional intelligence. In the corporate organization, there was a time when the only thing that people focus on was mental development. So if a person is going to be engaged as a manager, for instance, it will probably be because the person is mentally intelligent. But soon, people discovered that it was no longer a good criteria for choosing a leader, especially when you have organization that requires leadership, So emotional intelligence became a vital point. For instance, imagine a person that is so intelligent, so brilliant, so mentally wonderful, but get angry easily, can just slap somebody because the way they talk in the office. So I've seen pastors slap people that and show anger. It's not, that pastor is not emotionally balanced. Okay, it's not that leader. You don't show people superiority by slapping them or beating them. No, you don't. So emotional intelligence talks about all these things. So even as a child of God, they may use this word emotional intelligence, but this is just a fruit of the spirit. If I may say, it's just the fruit of the spirit. I mean, if you possess the fruit of the spirit, then you have a balanced emotion. All right, self-awareness is very important. So you must be self-aware, and then a commitment. So there are key points that we would like to look at here. And those are the three things: the emotional intelligence, the work life balance, and continuous growth. So I've mentioned in emotional intelligence, understanding how to manage your emotion enhances your relationship. So if you have a very bad emotional control, you will be driving people away from you. You're not going to have a good relationship with others. Then we have work-life balance, where you prioritize your self-care, family, and every other thing to avoid burnout. Okay, so there are people who work, 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 work. They're trying to build a great church. You are trying to build a church that will grow and grow fast, and you are working hard, but you are not taking time to prioritize your self-care. then what will happen? You burn out, and you may not even be able to to continue in that work because of health challenges. So it's very, very important that you pay attention to your health. Your family work life balance is very, very important. Be a good family man, not the one that abandons family because you want to grow your church or your team or whatever, not the one that is hostile to his own people, his own family, and then is very kind to people outside. So that does not help that person to grow emotionally. Emotionally, we have problem. So you have leaders who have been able to successfully build a very great organization, but there's a problem emotionally, and everything has been battered. Okay, so that shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Then continuous growth. So how what do you do to grow continuously? You should attend training like this. The more you hear, the more you get better. Okay, so attend workshops, attend training like this. I have several leadership certificates. I mean, you can't have them too much. After all, you are not using them to look for a job. You are using them to upgrade your capacity. And the beauty of it is that when you want to present evidence of your leadership experience as per knowledge, these certificates work. That's where they work. They show evidence that yes, you have gone to several places, and you know, read books. That's another thing you should do to grow continuously. Read books, read books about other authors, read books on leadership, read books on management. It's not out of place. I encourage church leaders generally, read books on leadership. Church leaders read book on management, administration. It's very important. Don't just put everything spiritual. Read spiritual books, read Bible, but read books that will develop your mind in terms of administration, relationship dynamics, management, so that you will see why people behave the way they behave. All right? You will see them. You will see those things when you read. Um, Read book like Spiritual Leadership by J. Oswald Sander. You can also read book on 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell. You can read many other John Maxwell books. Okay? Seek mentorship. That's another way to grow. Um, on the area of mentorship, I like to say that sometimes the person you are looking towards to mentor you, you may not have access to that person. Maybe you have tried to meet this person, but for whatever reason, 1 year you are not able to meet. If you know that this is the person you admire, the way you key into that person mentoring is listen to that person's messages, buy that person's books, you know, tapes, keep listening over and over. Listen to as many. Before you know what's happening, everything you need to know that you need that person to tell you physically, you get it. Except if you are now looking for connection, you want this person to introduce you. John Maxwell said he had to pay money to get mentorship from some people, and sometimes it just be once in a week. So I also want to encourage that if in fact if you are seeking mentorship, you can get to persons that are not too high in the hierarchy. Maybe someone that is not too high, but someone that you can reach and that is doing well. Okay? Person is doing well. You can still make do with that person rather than looking at that big name. Okay, so you want Bishop David Oyedepo or Michael Okonkwo or Baba Adeboye or Paul Eneche, or those people that are very busy. That's the person you want to mentor you, so you want to be going. I mean, what if you are not able to come across those people? So what will you do? You will stay. No, just get their books. Get as many. All right? Get as many. And you know one thing about um relationship magnets. There's something that magnetizes you. When after you have finished reading too much about that person, the day you meet that person, there's a spirit that connects you. And that's what happened to me. There's a spirit that will connect you with that person. You will just see that what you are looking for, you found it easy. You found it easily. So you don't have to struggle. All right. So get more information about from that person and read. Okay. Read and read and read and listen and listen. I have loved listening to some people. I have chosen about 4 persons in my life that I listen to, read their books, listen to their tape, watch their video, have quite a lot and lot of their videos. So I have come to know a lot. John Maxwell is one of them. I've learned quite a lot and lot and lot and lot and lot of them. And I have quite a number of persons also, Bishop David Oyedepo and others, you know, connecting spiritually. Pastor Iye Adeboye, connect. Okay? I connect. So, and I have opportunities because I connected. So you don't have to struggle. When the time for you to meet this person will come. I mean, the gift of a man makes room for him and bringeth him before king. So if you develop yourself into the kind of person that people will like to listen to, I mean, you will not struggle to get audience. No, 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 you will not struggle. You will always have that audience. Okay? So emotional intelligence, work-life balance, continuous growth. So attend, seek mentorship, consider participating in church leadership focus seminar, like what we are doing, church leadership, you know, global leadership summits, locally hosted ministry training workshop. Just stay updated and inspired. Now we're going to talk about actionable steps for leadership transformation. So going forward, you need to begin to grow into a great leader that is growing your organization. And, you know, the from all that we have done so far, the step forward is that you should be intentional. That's number one. Be intentional. Be out to achieve these goals. Use the frameworks that we have given. Use the SWOT analysis. Use the SMART analysis. And then in getting your team members, use DISC team assessment or character trait assessment, and other assessment tools. You know, get specific, set specific goals, measurable goals. All right. So that's where those framework come in. The SMART framework, for instance. So be specific. You don't just go guessing and guessing and guessing. No, no, and no. Okay. Then reflection. You assess your current leadership practices. You know, look at what you are doing now and then identify areas. I mean, if you don't assess yourself, then you don't know. I mean, from all that has been said during this training, it is time for you to now assess. Are we raising our team? Do we have proper communication? Do we have our system in place? Have we set systems in place for this organization? Are we really operating the way we should operate? Then the last thing I would like to say is encourage yourself. You know, remember that change begins with a single step. So whatever it is that you are going to change in your organization, take the first step. this training may be your first step. Applying whatever it is that you have learned to where you are. One funny thing that I always tell people is when you attend training, whatever you get from that training becomes useful and applicable to your level to move from that level higher. It's just an encouragement. Okay, so maybe I have someone attending this training who is in the level of 5,000 members in the church. Oh, fantastic. 5,000. But with all these things, by the time the person looks at the system and everything they are doing, it's okay. I picked one thing from a training. I picked two things from a training I attended. Now we're going to implement. And then the organization moves higher. Or maybe you are at the level of 500 and you work from all the knowledge you gather here and there, you push yourself higher. Or maybe you are at a level of 100 or 50, you push yourself higher. So you don't look down on any kind of knowledge area that you have. It's very important. We admire that. So set specific measurable goal, reflect, assess current leadership practice, and identify areas for improvement. Encourage. Remember, change begins with a single step. All right. So this is where we are going to stop in this training. So I would just like to encourage us by closing with this. Luke chapter 12, verse 48. Luke chapter 12, verse 48 says that to whom much is given, much is required. To whom much is given, much is required. So whatever is given to you, you must take responsibility. You must work very hard to take responsibility to go higher. And that is why you are attending this training. And I want to encourage you not to be discouraged. Whatever this challenge that you're passing through in ministry, in any task, just be encouraged. Better days are ahead. God bless you. Thank you for attending this training. I want to encourage us to subscribe to the YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, because I'll be dropping a lot of content. In fact, as a matter of fact, there are going to be some specific training in some key Bible college courses like hermeneutics, and some others that I'll be dropping into the YouTube channel. And some of them will be a comprehensive course. And so once you join that YouTube channel, you become part of that. You get these things free. I have quite a lot and lot. I have thousands of contents that I've created over time. And I've come to a point that the passion, what I'm driven to do, is to share. That is what I want to do. I used to share. Okay? Just share. And if God is touching your heart to support this ministry, why not? Can always support. We'll be sharing some details about how you can support. So whatever it is, you support. There's a lot that is put in place to make this to work. A lot of time, a lot of studio work, a lot of payment for editing, resources, and quite a lot of things are put into it. And all I just want to do is to make sure that this thing gets to those who need it so that it will change life. So it's not about how much I spend. I mean, even if I don't get anybody to do anything, I believe God is still faithful to make me to keep doing it and keep doing it. But as the Lord touches your heart, support. Thank you so much. God bless you. See you another time when we will bring in another training. So if you have come to this point, it means you have concluded the course with me. You are now a certified church leader. and you now have some of the information that you can use to drive change in your organization. God bless you, and bye.